Greetings hobbyists, this is Artisans of All, and in this video we're experimenting with Blender 5.2 and we're creating a torn banner. So I want to be clear, this is a bit of a different video. I'm sort of more experimenting and showing what's happening as I go along. But I have had a look at some videos online, so hopefully I can share some useful information here and you can see what hopefully we're going to be able to do in Blender 5.2. Now, I'm just going to bring in a plane and then let's rotate that on the y-axis by 90. And we're basically going to use this to create a banner. And we're going to do this in the way where we turn this into a cloth simulation. And then we'll use that as the banner. But we're going to use some interesting things in the new Blender 5.2. Now, this is currently in beta. You can see this down at the bottom here. We've got 5.2.0 beta, which means some things may change before this comes out as its final version. So let's just go into edit mode with tab, and I'm going to right click and I'm going to subdivide this, and I'm going to put this to like 100. So that's our subdivision, and I might want this a little bit more than that. So let's just select everything again and I'll just subdivide it one more time. That should probably be enough. So big changes in Blender 5.2. Firstly, the cloth simulation is now a modifier. So if I come here, Shift and A, and type in cloth, you're going to notice there's this simulation. It says cloth dynamics, not the physics, the simulation, and it is experimental at this point. And instead of having to do all the annoying things with cloth previously, everything is here. Now this is being controlled by a geometry node setup, and there are lots of other videos on this showing this being done in geometry nodes, but I kind of wanted to point out what you can do here. So it seems to come automatically with the option to pin a group as long as we've got something as a vertex group. So let's start by pinning the corners. So I'm just going to tab into edit mode and I'm just going to select some corners here, and I'll come here and shift and select some corners there. I might need to add more or less from this, and we're not being very precise, but I'm going to press Control and G to assign to a new group. If we come to our object data properties and our group, we've got this here, and I'll just check it by deselecting and selecting it, so that should be working. It's called group, and by default our modifier here has got a pinning group called group. Okay, now we've also got some options here, stretchiness and bendiness. I'll have a go at explaining those as best I understand them, but before we do that, let me just drag this up here and we'll change this to our timeline so that we can see this, and I'm going to put an end of like 400. So we've got a little bit more time, and I'm going to hit space and this will start our simulation. Here we go. We've got some droopy sort of cloth, which looks pretty good actually. Now this simulation is a little bit pixelated because we've got that in our plane as our subdivisions. We could subdivide this again if we want to, and that's where we are. So pretty cool. Now stretchiness, well, shockingly makes the material more stretchy. So if I go sort of here, all of these different edges, so we've got each of our edges here, basically can stretch and become longer, and this is what will affect that. So we can just hit space again and you notice it, whoa, that was very stretchy. Okay, well, far too far on the stretchiness. Let's go somewhere there, start to the beginning and then go, there we go. So it adds a little bit more bounce, a bit more spring as it stretches. I'll put that down to 0 again and then just have a look at that, and that's probably okay. The bendiness is then how much it can sort of curve in on each other. Look, if I just bring that back flat, sort of curving in on itself and making these smaller wrinkles. I'll put that somewhere really fine like that. Let's just try that again. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I like that. Okay, so that's what I'm going to play around with at this point. There are other things. So, for example, damping sort of slows everything down. This is difficult to describe. Sort of reduces how much force everything has. If I, let's say, put this up to 100 and then play it again, you'll notice everything's a bit slower. It's like we do have gravity, but it's having less of an effect. Do note that you can change gravity settings here. It starts at -9.81, which is what gravity is, if I remember my GCSE physics correctly. I'm going to put that back to, say, 2 and try that again. Let's have a look. Yeah, that will do for now. And let's have a look at making a banner. So, I mean, at this point, this basically is a banner. It's just drooping down. It doesn't really have any wind to it, but that's fine at this point. And we could add wind in. I'm not going to worry about that too much because what I want to do is create a torn banner And that is the new thing we can do. If I click here and tearing, we have the threshold, and that's where it will allow things to tear. If I just try this again, oh, it tears straight away. Okay, so maybe this threshold is a little bit low, and you can see it tearing and falling. Let's go back and let's put this up to 2. I'm kind of guessing settings here at this point. Okay, so it's survived at this point. So 2 we'll stick with for the moment, but what I want to do is make something to rip this. So I'm gonna create, I don't know, any shape, but we'll go with a round cube. And let's just bring this over here, somewhere like that. Okay, so we're gonna bring our round cube there-ish. Right, so what we're gonna do, I think, is basically just run the simulation and drag this into it. Now, you'll notice here, we have an effectors option, and we need to have all of our effectors in a collection to tell this cloth to pay attention to them. So I'm going to shift an M and new collection, and we'll call this effect. Can't bother to write in the whole name, and let's come here and come to our effectors and say we want effect. Now, this won't work at this point. So let me just demonstrate this. If we hit space to start this and G and hit this into it, notice it's going all the way through. It's not doing anything. The reason for that, let's just space to stop that, is that we also need to add a modifier to our object to say that this is a collider. So Shift and A in the modifier tab, collider, there we go, simulation collider, select that, and now this should work. So let's have a look at what this is like. I'm probably going to have to play around with settings here. So we'll select this, space, G, drag it through. I didn't rip it. Right. Okay, so at the moment, oh, there we go. That was hard enough. Right, okay, so let's have a look at this. So if I pause it, so hitting it hard enough basically rips our banner, and we've got all of this sort of fragmenting stuff. That looks pretty cool. Okay, so let's go back to the beginning. I might actually subdivide this one more time. So let's right click and then subdivide, see if we can get this a bit smoother. Now, obviously, this is probably going to slow down our simulation a little bit. So let's come here. Let's maybe make this a bit smaller over here. This might be a bit too much for this. So let's just see. Let's come somewhere there. And let's go in space. Yeah, this is starting to slow down a bit, and oh, that's interesting. So because the bits were so fine, this seems to have made it easier to tear. Okay, so that's quite curious. Let's think how we can deal with this. We'll put this bendiness down to 0, and tearing. Do I want to put that higher? What else could I fiddle with? Maybe, do we have a thing for mass? There we go. So I could possibly reduce the weight of this. That might have an effect. Let's put that down to 0.8. Let's go to the beginning and try that again. Let's see if it's just going to tear itself apart. Yeah, okay. So smaller parts seem to equal easier to rip. So let's maybe up this. We half the size of it. So let's double the size of the tearing threshold. No, that didn't seem to work. The tearing is cool though. Right, let's try 8 and see where we are. Okay, but yeah, that is really pulling down. So that's probably too much for this. So let's down the mass to 0.5. Let's try that again, see if that has an effect. Yeah, so this mass isn't doing a lot for it. It's not really having a huge effect. Let's really down this to like 0.1. Try that again. So yeah, I'm not seeing the mass do a massive amount. I guess I could down the gravity if I wanted to. I'd sort of loath to do that. Maybe let's up the friction. Let's see if that has an effect. Not particularly. Let's put that all the way back. But you can see, yeah, as I said, I'm just sort of experimenting. Yeah, this mass really doesn't do much. Let's try upping the dampening to like 5 and see if that has an effect. So as I said, I really am just experimenting and seeing what does what. I am going to down this gravity. Let's just call this -5 and then see what happens again. So yeah, that's looking a bit better. That's a bit nicer as a banner. Okay, let's bring that down a little bit more with the gravity. Let's call that -3. And then we'll try this one more time. I'm a bit worried this ripping is not going to work very well. So let's just G and then come through there. No, it really didn't rip things there. There we go. Nope, far too resilient to the ripping. Okay, I think I might have to give up on having taken that subdivision so far down. Okay, I think that might be far back enough. Let's just try that one more time. So G and then go through. There we go, and we've torn it. So yeah, there's definitely things to play around with here. Look at that though, isn't that really cool? Okay, so let's pause it there. So we've got this really nice ripping and tearing. So I think this looks great. So let's come and have a look at this and see what we've got setting wise. I'm going to reduce that bendiness down to 0. And we'll do this one more time. So let's just grab that, start it, G, and then smash it. Oh, that was right at the top. So let's get to the point where we can see this. Space, G, and then go through there. Oh, that's pretty good. And then let's do a bit there as well. And you can sort of see things chipping off. Okay, let's leave it at that. But I think that looks really nice as a torn banner effect. Okay, so what are we going to do with this? Right, now, obviously I want to keep this and just keep these settings. So what I'm going to do is Shift and D to duplicate it. That's going to create something new. I'm just going to hide it, but that's got all those settings ready there. Now, also, obviously these were a little bit silly to do it in a perfect square. I'd use a circular shape for this normally, just to sort of make it work. I'd use a circular shape for this normally, so it's more like a rivet or pin holding it in. But what we're going to do is come here and I'm going to click down and click apply. So we've got this here. I think I might need to subdivide this. So maybe at this point, add modifier and subdivision surface. So let's just do one subdivision surface on this. That's sort of working for now. And then I'm also going to add a solidify modifier. Let's put that in there. And I'm interested to see what this does on some of these tears. It does look good, doesn't it? So let's make this a little bit thicker. Maybe that's a bit too thick, something like that. And we do have some really nice tears. We've got some problems with overlap. Like we've definitely got overlap looking, let's go in here, at sort of points like this. So that's not looking very nice. We're going to have to do something about that. But overall, this is pretty good. So having a look at this, I'm pretty excited about this and the potential for it. There's definitely some work to do here. Like I'd quite like to remesh this for some of the overlap. But either way, I just thought I'd share that experimenting with you and what I was tweaking. I get a feeling there's going to be some settings that are going to be more optimal and give you a better result. But I do like how sort of random this appears and how it's going to look different. Making several different banners should be really quick to do. You just duplicate something several times and throw a few objects through them and you've got 5 different banners in the space of 5 minutes. And potentially a similar thing for torn clothes and things like that. So anyway, that looks pretty fun. If you've had an experiment with this, let me know, see what you think. Have you found any limitations that I haven't spotted myself yet? Or have you seen some uses I haven't mentioned? I look forward to hearing your thoughts in the comment section, and if you did find this video interesting, hit that like button, and I hope to see you in the next video. Have a great day, guys.